What's up, guys? This is your SoCal fishing forecast for Thursday, May 6th. Quick look at the weather here. We currently got more of this June gloom condition going on here, unfortunately, and it looks like it's going to hang around for a bit. Quick look at our wind model here. Today was super glassy, and looks like Thursday, tomorrow is going to be pretty nice as well. Probably more overcast skies like this morning, possible fog as well. You get that slow onshore coming in, and then Friday things start to change here into Saturday, and you start getting more of this heavier northwest wind, and that's going to cause more eddy condition, which usually brings more June gloom and a west wind swell. That's going to be a pretty short period here. So taking a look at the marine forecast, you see 3 to 5 feet inshore at 8 seconds. That's not going to be too good for the private boat guys, and it kind of hangs around. So keep an eye on it. If you're maybe going to make a trip to Catalina for some sea bass, maybe west of Clemente, I'd say is probably a no for private boat guys. So, but keep an eye on these conditions; they always change, especially in springtime here, and we'll see what happens. We're taking a quick look here at our 3-day temp chart. And we couldn't give you a 1 day, 2 overcast today, so we didn't get really a good reading here. But this is a 3-day, but pretty much the same pattern that we've been seeing here. And we've got a warming trend still going on here inside. We got, temps up to 66 here. That's fantastic, especially right here on the front side of Clemente. So that's all looking pretty good. And we'll get a quick look here at our chloro as well. And we got a couple problem areas here. So first and foremost, 150 area. The orange that you're seeing here, this is a red tide that's starting to build. It could be problematic, and it could potentially get a lot worse. So if you're looking to stay close and do some of that inshore fishing, you might want to avoid these areas. Of course, the MLPA area is just fine. That's how it always goes. But keep an eye on it, and we'll see what happens with that. Down below, you can see you got much cleaner water, and seems like it's starting to push its way up here, which explains the temp chart as well. So we'll use this as our guide, but this is pretty much the same as the 8-day chart here. Pretty close to the same, but you got a little bit more firmer lines here, unfortunately, on the 3-day, so maybe we'll stick with that. Fishing-wise, like I said, we got that red tide going on here on the 150. Probably going to want to stay away from that for a little while. The inshore fishing is going to be pretty slow, and those fish are going to get choked out and not be very active. So I'd stay away from there. Catalina. Sounds like the sea bass showed up a couple weeks later than what we were expecting, but they certainly are here, which is excellent news. The carnage, from my understanding, will be there till Friday. Potentially maybe Saturday, selling squid. So they do have it out front if you're looking to hit up the sea bass. Looks like most of these fish are between like 20 and 50. There was that giant tanker that was caught last week, the 79 pounder, but I haven't seen anything that big since. So at least they're biting. That's the good news. There has been a little bit of yellowtail action also up at the west end. Not a ton, but there's been a couple hit here and there. So don't completely write off the yellowtail yet if you get bored with the sea bass. But most of the sea bass have been caught between 3 a.m. and 8 a.m. So if that's your game, that's when you got to be there under the lights doing the squid dance. So let's talk about San Clemente Island. Finally, these yellows have awoken. Jeff Markland was out there today, and that was a look at his meter. He hasn't seen it that good as far as yellowtail go in like 4 years, so that's pretty exciting. It doesn't seem like they're all full speed biting yet, but they are there. So as soon as this water keeps warming up, that's gonna be pretty badass. So maybe get a few more weeks here, and this island's really gonna start kicking off. Now, the majority of these fish are being caught in Pyramid Cove, Persane Rock down here on the lower end. Not too many people are up fishing the west end with the wind, so everyone's kind of staying tucked in here. You don't necessarily need squid. It seems like they're biting the yo-yo, surface iron, and the sardine just fine. 40-pound tests, 30-pound tests will get the job done. So I know at least things are starting to pick up there. That's all good signs. Earlier in the week, some guys were fishing Pyramid Cove. Saw a couple breezes of bluefin here too. So not jumbos, the 20 to 60. But hey, that's the things that we like to see around the island. So again, we are in the first week of May. Typically, we're not doing this bluefin thing till closer to Memorial Day. So I feel like we got a good month jump on that, and the Yellowtail are just, a month behind. But hey, I'll take what I can get. So as far as the bluefin fishing goes, man, it's been a wild week. Last week they were way down below. They started coming up, and they're kind of following this temp break here. I mean, obviously not as high up here, but it seemed like they came to 371. They went to the Basin Buoy and the 43. And then the last couple of days, we saw them at, close to Pyramid, as high as Pyramid. And then we've seen a lot at the Condom Bank, or the 267. Don't confuse this 267 with this 267. They're completely different. We call this one the Condom. If you're not sure why, well, it looks like a condom. So the more you know. But anyways, most of these fish are being caught on jigs, 4-1 against the sardine. Most of these fish have been on, I'll call the smaller size, 20 to 60, occasional 100-pounder in there. So I would definitely bring a school-sized bluefin rig and also a jumbo rig. There have seen some fish up to 200 pounds, nothing quite bigger than that yet so far this year. Again, plenty of time to go here. But so as far as the bluefin goes, that's where we're looking. If you're looking to take a private boat west to 267, that's a long ways, almost to Cortez. Keep that in mind. And, this wind over here on Saturday, Friday, be a lot of wind swell with that. So you'll be stuck in that. And that's not very exciting for anybody, especially here on the outside. Marine forecast again, like I said, south swell 14 seconds, no big deal. But we start getting this west wind swell here, 4 to 6 feet on Saturday. I think it's going to hang around 3 to 6 feet, 3 to 5 feet. So this is more sport boat territory, if you ask me. And that's what I want to be on if you want to go fish that stuff out west. So Coronado's really, really quiet, guys. No one's really been fishing it. There's been kelp patty, yellowtail, pretty much along this temp break. Last week we talked about it. This is where those 3/4 day boats have been going, 425, 226. I've seen some boats up as high as the 182, but I haven't really heard anybody catch anything up there. It's really been more down here. 371, 425 area has been working the best. Not to say that there hasn't been kelp patty yellowtail at the Basin Buoy or out the Condom, especially the Basin Buoy. If you didn't know, that thing's planted to the bottom of the ocean. And it usually attracts a lot of fish that hang out like structure, yellowtail, and dorado the most for sure. So wouldn't be surprised if the sport boats are stopping there. And same with the 43 area. These are all kind of the same action. Lots of good kelp patty action from the wind coming down south. And you got the current going this way. So you kind of get a line of them or a chain of them going this way. So that's all we got for this week, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. And we'll see you out there on the water. If you like what you saw today, you can subscribe to our channel or follow us along on Instagram and Facebook. And always remember, share the stoke.